Have you ever wondered why one of the greatest guitarists of his generation has often stepped away just when the world expected him to stay? How does a musician become the heart of a legendary band, leave it behind, and then return stronger than ever? Today, we are exploring the remarkable journey of a guitarist whose influence reaches far beyond the stage. His story isn't defined by headlines alone, but by creativity, reinvention, and an unwavering commitment to music. Welcome to Core Frontier, where we uncover the untold stories behind the artists who shaped modern rock. In this documentary, we'll discover the lesser-known chapters of John Frusciante's career and why his recent journey has become one of the most talked-about stories among rock fans around the world. John Frusciante's relationship with music began long before international success arrived. Growing up in California, he became fascinated by the guitar at an early age, studying the styles of legendary musicians while developing a sound entirely his own. His passion wasn't about fame, it was about expression. Every chord, every melody, and every improvisation reflected an artist searching for something deeper than technical perfection. That passion eventually led him to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, where his melodic playing transformed the band's sound. Albums like *Blood Sugar Sex Magik introduced listeners to a guitarist who knew when to play with explosive energy and when to let silence speak just as loudly. His approach proved that great guitar playing wasn't always about speed, it was about emotion. But that wasn't the full story. As the band's popularity reached extraordinary heights, John found himself facing the challenge of balancing artistic freedom with worldwide attention. Rather than simply following expectations, he chose to focus on personal creativity. During time away from the band, he explored solo projects that blended rock, electronic music, ambient textures, and experimental sounds. These recordings revealed another side of his musical personality that many casual listeners had never experienced. What happened next changed everything. Years later, the announcement of John Frusciante's return to the Red Hot Chili Peppers became one of the biggest moments in modern rock. Fans across the world celebrated the reunion, eager to hear how his signature style would fit into a new chapter of the band's history. When new music finally arrived, listeners immediately recognized the familiar warmth, subtle melodies, and emotional depth that had always defined his playing. His return wasn't about revisiting the past, it was about creating something fresh while honoring the chemistry that made the band so special. Few people noticed what this led to. John's influence extends far beyond the songs he records. Countless guitarists credit him as the reason they first picked up the instrument. His ability to combine simple chord progressions with unforgettable melodies has inspired musicians across multiple generations. Instead of chasing complexity for its own sake, he reminds listeners that the most memorable music often comes from honesty and feeling. Perhaps the most fascinating part of John's story is that his greatest achievement isn't measured by awards or record sales. It's the courage to follow his artistic instincts, even when those choices surprise the world. His career demonstrates that success isn't always a straight line. Sometimes, stepping away allows an artist to rediscover the passion that made their work meaningful in the first place. Today, John Frusciante continues to be recognized as one of rock music's most distinctive guitarists. His performances, songwriting, and unique musical vision have left a lasting mark on modern music, influencing artists far beyond the world of rock. Every return, every recording, and every performance reminds audiences that creativity is a lifelong journey rather than a final destination. His story isn't really about unexpected news, it's about resilience, growth, and the quiet determination to remain true to his artistic voice. That may be the most remarkable lesson of all. Thank you for watching Core Frontier. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to discover more untold stories from the world of rock music, don't forget to subscribe to Core Frontier, and we'll see you in the next documentary.